everyone. Welcome back to CSTV.
This is the BBs.
And this is Politicking with the PPs. Kindly subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and remember to touch the notification bell. Welcome. Now, Mr. B, in today's discussion, we have a lot on the line, but the most important thing is to look at the most recent, actually, progress or occurrence in the country. The other day, we saw Waiguru saying, chama ni UDA, form ni hustler, na amefuka. But one day after that, we had news that the EACC was behind Annie Waiguru, that is supposed to respond to corrupt churches. So what does this tell us? Is it that actually when you move out of the government, that is the time we start looking at your corrupt history all?
Not really, not really. First of all, there has been a thinking in this country that whoever associates with the deputy president is always looked for with the independent organs in the country that deals with corruption. My question has always been, there are some other people around the deputy president whom we look at, the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, the likes of Ndindi Nyoro. Why is it that these organs have not looked for them? The question I always ask myself is, why is it that these people who have a tainted history of corruption always comfortable near the president, the deputy president? Now, the question that you have asked, I may not say that if you move near the deputy president is when these organs look for you. Why? Because this case for Anne Waiguru has been there before, even before she alluded that she's likely to join the deputy president. And so it's just that when she moved near the deputy president, it gave an opportunity for these organs to attack her. You know, when you are in the government and these organs, as far as they are independent, if you're in the government, it's very difficult for these organs to maybe prosecute you. Immediately you move out of government, it's easier for them to attack you. So let's not lie to ourselves that it's because she moved to UDA and that's why they're looking for her. No, the issue is she is corrupt. Deputy president said so. The close allies of the deputy president, that's Elgeyo Marakwet, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, is heard saying that Anne Waiguru is a material of committee. So what has changed? That is my question.
Wait, when you say that when she moved far away from the government or near the DP, then it gave a chance to the independent institutions like EACC to actually look for her. It then raises a question. Does it mean that the people, the corrupt, like the government shields or protects corrupt individual so long as this individual supports the government?
Your answer is as right as mine. Your guess is as right as mine. It is obvious that if you're in the government, the system will not be able to prosecute you. You remember there's a time where when the current CS for Interior was heading the education docket, and there was a problem with some land here in Nairobi, and they could do nothing. And the reason is he is in the government. So everywhere in the world, especially in African countries, when you are near power, it is so difficult for the organs that are dealing with the corruption to prosecute you, because the people who head these organs are appointed by the president. So they always want to be, and that's why it's so difficult to prosecute somebody who is deep in government.
And we have always seen the president saying that there is a war against corruption, that they have waged a war against corruption. No corrupt person cannot be actually no corrupt person can actually be left without being prosecuted. And then here you allude to the fact that the government is actually protecting corrupt individuals. So can we say that the president preaches water and drinks wine? Or
in every government here in the world, there is no government that has no corruption. The only difference is the levels of corruption in different countries. So what our president is trying to do is just to bring out kind of a perception that he's against corruption, because corruption is not solved by magic. It is not abracadabra. The president knows what to do if he wants this country to be corruption free. But in my opinion, he has decided not to do it.
And that said, Dan, you said that actually some of the people who were very close or who are allied to UDA had initially actually termed Anne Waiguru as a material for committee. We even saw the deputy president at that particular time saying that nobody should be catwalking. We need to know where our NYS money is. But the other day, when the EACC actually raised its alarm that it was looking for Anne Waiguru, we saw them ganging up and saying that now Anne Waiguru is being targeted. At the same time, we saw them advising the EACC that this is not the right time to get Anne Waiguru. So what can you say about that?
It is so unfortunate that in a serious matter, like fight against corruption or war against corruption, there is always a way politics finds their way in. How I wish the war against corruption was politics free. Everything that is just happening about Anne Waiguru is pure politics. And that's why whenever she is in the good standing with wherever side she is protected. When she is in the government, that is when she is in Jubilee, she is protected by the government and then termed as a thief by UDA, or the deputy president and his people. Now, when she moves to UDA, now the government is looking for her. So it's just pure politics, and it's so unfortunate.
Okay, and therefore, perhaps do you see Annie being prosecuted? And others are alluding to the idea that she may be the one deputizing the president, the deputy president in the forthcoming general elections. We saw Ngishiri saying that she's not going to leave UDA, but she will wait and beat Anne Waiguru square in the nominations if she lands for the gubernatorial seat in Kirinyaga. What's your position about that?
First of all, in my opinion, if I was told to advise the deputy president, one of the worst deputy president or one of the worst running mate for him will be Anne Waiguru. And I have reasons for that. Number one, Anne Waiguru is seen as a corrupt person, is perceived as a corrupt person. On the other hand, the deputy president is also seen as a corrupt person. So it will be very good for the deputy president to look for somebody who is perceived as clean to complement him. Number two, Anne Waiguru is a small fish, politically speaking. I don't see what she will bring on the table. Number three, there are very senior members in UDA currently who have suffered a lot. The likes of Gachagua, the likes of Moses Kuria, who's not in UDA but is in Hasla, Susan Kihaki. Those are people who have suffered and even lost their positions because of UDA and the deputy president. Now, if you bring in Anne Waiguru, who has been pointing fingers on UDA and deputy president and the Hasla nation at large, and then elevate her to the position of running mate, it will bring problems in UDA family. So I think the issue of her being a running mate is null and void, in my opinion. But secondly, on your question, I want you to understand that, in my opinion, Anne Waiguru is a small person in this country. I hear some people say that is the president who is making it hard for Anne Waiguru. The president cannot make it hard for Anne Waiguru. Anne Waiguru is a small person. I think these are just small things just to show her, understand where her power came from. And as I've always said, Anne Waiguru is the governor of Kirinyaga, courtesy of his relationship with the president of the Republic of Kenya, and as a result of the Kirinyaga people to resist or punish Raila Amolo Odinga, who was saying that Anne Waiguru is corrupt.
Okay. And do you think, finally, on this one, do you think that Gishili actually would remain in UDA and wait for the party preliminaries?
As Professor Herman Manyora always say, we shall know that in the fullness of time. One day in politics is like 1,000 years. So we don't know.
But Mr. B, in the previous discussion, you alluded to the fact that Ngishiri is likely to leave UDA and join Jubilee. And today you are saying in the fullness of time. So what exactly do you imply?
I was still explaining. In the fullness of time, we shall come to understand, because I've always said that in politics, what remains constant is interests. And today, Anne Waiguru has very many political enemies, the likes of Kibicho, Ngirishi herself, Martha Karua. So their aim will be to punish Anne Waiguru. And if it means that the punishment will be severe if Anne Ngirishi remains in UDA, they'll decide it to be that way. If they realize that the punishment will be severe to her if she moves to Jubilee or another party, they'll do that. But what they'll make sure is that Anne Waiguru does not defend her seat as governor of Kirinyaga.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. B. Dear viewers, you can give us your suggestions and your opinion concerning the arrest or the EACC coming back to Anne Waiguru for corruption charges. And you can also give us your opinion concerning what do you think Anne Waiguru's presence in UDA could mean to UDA as a party and to Anne as a political lady in the country who's fighting for gubernatorial seat in Kirinyaga County. Thank you so much and keep subscribing.